in just a couple of weeks, they're going to be enacting some of these small engine bans, these lawnmower bans in a number of states, California being one of them. But there are lots of states, lots of cities, municipalities that are also going to be enacting these bans. I believe California's ban started or was passed in 2022, and it goes into effect January 1st. Okay. Now, before we get started, let me go ahead and just plug perfectpickler.com. Listen, this is about growing your own home probiotics in the comfort of your own kitchen. Those little pill bottles you buy at the store with the cold storage, and 8 strains or 10 strains of gut, healthy bacteria. Now, if you take a head of cabbage, there's studies out there that show you can produce over 100 strains in one head of cabbage. What would you rather have, 10 strains or 100 strains? And plus, you get the enzymes, you get the fiber, you get the minerals, you get the vitamins, all in that same head of cabbage. This system allows you to do that. Perfectpickler.com, an easy system. Load it, lock it, and leave it. Grow your own home probiotics. It's our home-based Homestead business. Perfectpickler.com. Check it out. Also, if you can go to our website, I've had a number of videos demonetized in the last number of weeks. And I just had another one the other day, the one I did about the Michigan homeschoolers. That was demonetized. If you want to stay up to date, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on this platform, I want to stay here as long as I can. However, I am preparing for the jump. You can go to anamericanhomestead.com. Right there on the main page, an email subscription sign up, email newsletter sign up. Click on that or put your email in there, submit. It goes right to my campaign monitor where we're going to be sending out emails a couple times a month just to keep people updated on what new stuff we're doing and how we're doing it, things on the homestead. I want to stay in touch with you. So please go to my website at AmericanHomestead.com and click on that, submit your email, and that way I can stay in touch with you guys. There's a whole bunch of places that want to enact these bans. Let's start from the top. Starting in Washington State, Democrat bill would jail people for violating ban on gas leaf blowers. These are so dangerous. These are so destructive that we're going to put you in jail if we catch you using one. Blue state Dems introduced law that could jail people for using gas-powered lawnmowers. Okay, so this is basically the same thing. Could gas lawnmowers be next after Ann Arbor bans gas leaf blowers? So now we're talking about Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. This one here in California, gas lawn care ban in California test electric leaf blower appeal. And then, because that's going into effect soon, we're going to get into this article here in a minute. Denver Air Quality Board advances soft ban on some gas-powered lawn equipment. So we're talking about Michigan, Denver. We got Pennsylvania down here. Pennsylvania lawmaker wants to ban use of gas-powered lawnmowers and equipment. And it's all over the place. Again, this is here, USA Today, gas leaf blower mower ban spread in the United States to fight climate change. Now, I know every time I do a video like this, there's always a couple people in the comments who are like, Zach, if we had your mentality, we'd still be using horse and carriage. That's not true. Okay, the reason people stopped using horse and carriage is because they saw an option, they had the choice, and they chose automobiles. Okay, they had the choice to do that. There are people still today who ride around on horses. There are still people today who ride around on horse and carriages. Have you been to Amish country? See, you have a choice in this country. Many of us choose to use automobiles. But see, what's happening here is they are taking away your choice. They are saying you can no longer use this. It comes down to this, guys. If the government says you can no longer use it and you have to use this, that's not a free market. If they're going to take it away and force you to use something else, that's not something the people have chosen. And what happens is, historically, when governments force something upon a people, the people eventually get so frustrated, torches and pitchforks come out, tar and feathers, either one, and governments are overthrown. That's what we're leading to. We're leading to a control state that eventually leads to an overthrow of a government. Okay, I'm not advocating for the overthrow of a government. I'm just saying that when you force something upon people that they're not choosing for themselves, that's where it usually ends up. Now, let's get back to some articles. California's bold move. Say goodbye to gas lawnmowers in 2024. This goes into effect, I think, in 2 weeks. Now, first off, this picture. This is a superimposed smoke cloud over a picture of a lawnmower. This is so fake. See, they're trying to fake you out on why you need all of this stuff. Okay, it said, and it goes through, California enacted a law in 2022 to phase out gas-powered vehicles by 2035, and now it's planning to do the same for millions of lawnmowers, taking effect in 2024. And most of these articles always quote something like this. A 1-hour use of a gas-powered lawnmower releases as much pollution as a Toyota Camry does over 300 miles. I have seen various sorts of claims like this in different articles all over the internet as I've been researching this topic. I have never yet once in the article seen a link to a study that proves this fact. If there's a study out there and you know where it's at, please show me. Please leave a comment below and tell me where I can go to see it. But I have seen this rephrased. Sometimes it says a F-150 or says some other car. But an hour of, I don't believe this is true, guys. But 300 miles, you're telling me a 1-hour use of gas-powered lawnmower, which a gas-powered lawnmower does not hold that much gasoline. You're going to go through way more gas over 300 miles than you are in a gas-powered. Show me the study where this is true. I don't believe you. The Home Depot announces major change to lawn equipment inventory. They're quieter and they're cleaner. In a major win for customers and our planet, the Home Depot has announced that by 2028, it expects that 85% of the outdoor lawn equipment it sells will be electric. The largest home improvement store in America will be replacing gas-powered lawnmowers, leaf blowers, and trimmers with products that run on rechargeable batteries, a move that can have a huge environmental impact considering gas-powered lawnmowers alone account for an estimated 5% of the total air pollution in the United States. The Home Depot's Chief Sustainability Officer. How would you like that job? What job are you applying for? I'm applying for Chief Sustainability Officer. Maybe we could do that here at the Homestead. For America, we're a business. Maybe I could hire a Chief Sustainability Officer and get some gigantic tax write-off. We all have houses, we all have neighbors, he said. The carbon emissions are one thing, the noise pollution is another. If you can solve both of those things with just one change, that's a win. I have push mowers, riding mowers, I weed eat, I bush hog, I chop up a tree for firewood every time it falls down. He told the Cool Down, which I don't think is legal in California. You wouldn't be able to do that. And he was initially a skeptic about going electric himself. I thought if I buy this electric chainsaw, there's no way I can do what I normally do, he recalled. Well, I was completely surprised. The torque and the power you get with these electric tools are just as good, maybe better than the gas-powered. So the customer gets the attributes they're used to with gas-powered equipment. Now, warning, the following imagery may trigger some of you. This is the chainsaw that I have been using for over a decade, probably close to 12 years now. I bought it when I first moved off-grid. I still use it to this day. It's gone through a number of changes. This is a 304 series, I believe. It's in the 3 series of steel chainsaws. And it's probably considered around here a medium chainsaw, a small to medium chainsaw. There's chainsaws a lot bigger around here for people who do the things they need to do on their homesteads. It's got a 22-inch bar, I think, maybe on it. 20-inch or 22-inch bar. Anyway, here's the deal. I don't see one of your electric chainsaws lasting 12 years like this guy has. Now, there's some maintenance things I've done to this thing. Things I have had to do. I basically change out the oil filter, the fuel filter on the inside of the fuel tank, the air filter on the inside of the machine here. I take it apart, I clean it. I do all that myself. I don't know when things go wrong. Can you fix things in your electric chainsaw? And case in point is this. Recently, this thing started leaking fuel. And I'm like, what is going on with this? This is like last year. And so I took it to a guy. There's a guy down the road. He works on small engines. And he took it apart and said, yeah, your fuel filter's got a crack in it. And so he replaced, the fuel line. The fuel line has a crack in it. And so he replaced the fuel line, swapped it out, and I was on my way. Now, the reality is these things, the wear and tear you put on these things with farm equipment is no joke. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments below. These things have to be built rugged and durable. And these plastic thingies that I see people use and I see in the stores, they feel like preschool toys. You're telling me these things are going to last the rigors of what you need to down large trees here on a homestead in the Ozarks I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Lawn equipment, lawn mowers. I have taken lawn mowers to get fixed by small engine repair people. The guy who lived down the road, he repaired my Craftsman. I bought that Craftsman. It was probably about 6 or 7 years old when I bought it. And it's gone through about 6, maybe 7 years of use here on the Homestead since I bought it. That's like 13, 14 years of use. Do you think you're a little electric mower? I mean, I remember one time I went out there and I couldn't get the thing going. I'm like, what is wrong with this lawnmower? And sure enough, I dug out of this thing and there was a mouse living inside of it.
Let's see what we got. Oh, there's the mouse. How you doing, little mouse?
And sure enough, that mouse did damage and there was a chewed up wire in there. And so I just basically fixed the wiring myself. I did that myself. And then the mower worked again. And there's been a number of things where I've had to take that to someone to get just a quick repair on it and then get it fixed. It needed a new flywheel. I've got to put a new flywheel on there. There's things you do. These little electronic doohickeys you guys sell at the big box stores, they're not meant to be worked on. They're consumer electronics. Consumer, meaning you will use this for a certain amount of time, and then the batteries are going to wear out. You're going to buy new batteries because that's expensive. And then at some point, the system, because it's an electronic system, is going to wear out, and you can't work on these things. You can't service them yourself, and you're going to throw it away, and you're going to buy a new one. Consumer electronics. Consumer electronics. This is not, see, you're forcing people to use these things, and you're selling them a bill of goods because you're basically speaking to a bunch of yuppies in suburbia who are buying into this garbage, and they have no idea what real tools and what real work is anymore. And so they're buying into this crap. And people like me who actually use tools on a regular basis, things who, when they need them, I'm not going to use this stuff. No. I'm going to, listen, the winds of change are coming, Zach. I'm going to use the stuff I have for as long as I possibly can. I'm going to continue to fix it, and I'm going to continue to maintain it. Tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments below. I don't believe this stuff can withstand the rigors of homesteading. I do not believe it. Not for a second. I've actually gone through 2 bars on this thing. This is actually the second bar I've used in 10 years. I wore the other one out completely and then put a new bar on it about 2 years ago, maybe. Anyway, that's just it for homesteading. What do you guys think? Hey, listen, check out our merchandise, teespring.com. Stupid Should Hurt is our best-selling shirt of all time. If we had more hurt in this world, we'd have an awful, awful lot less electric-powered gas mowers. You can find links for that in the description below. Again, it's our best-selling shirt. Leave a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. All right, guys, see you next time in the Homestead. Bye! If you've watched my channel, you know that I'm a fan of owning precious metals in times of economic turmoil. The reason being is because I'm an avid reader of history. One of the biggest objections to buying precious metals that I get goes something like this. Why buy precious metals? After all, you can't eat gold and silver. Actually, this is incorrect. Never has there been a time throughout all of human history where a producer of food has turned down the use of gold and silver when trying to make a sale. Never. Not once. Gold and silver have always been used when fiat money fails, and fiat money always eventually fails. There are countless times in history where governments hard up for real money took silver and copper coins from the past and then placed a countermark on the coin and then placed that old coin back into circulation. It didn't matter that it was an old coin of a different time and place. What mattered was the metal content. In the 1820s, the farmers in the German town of Natzheim would find Roman silver denarii so often in their fields when plowing that they would save them and use them to buy beer at the local tavern. In the 1840s, around the French town of Usure, Roman silver and gold coins were so numerous that people used them to pay bakers, butchers, and other merchants for their food goods. These are coins that were long gone in official circulation from the Roman Empire, but people used them anyway to pay for food even above their own official state-issued currency. Yes, you can eat gold and silver because gold and silver always buys food. If you have fiat paper savings banked away and you want to find a more historically reliable way to safeguard that wealth, this website can help you. AmericanGoldEscape.com gives you information and a way to reach out so that an expert can help you and show you how to escape. We are over $33 trillion in debt and rising rapidly. There is no saving this sinking ship. Visit AmericanGoldEscape.com to learn more. Linked in the description below. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.